Okay, welcome to today's video. This is nothing like I've ever done on the channel before. I have some old vintage Apple tech sitting here on the desk. So this is a Power Macintosh, Power PC, 6160. I know you can't tell because the case is off of it, but it's the slim one, so kind of can tell. But this is one of the literal computers I grew up with in the house as a child. Like this is the exact one. It was in the house. So this one was one of my parents. I think this one's the one that my mom mostly used based on some of the files that are on it. So spoiler, it works. Um, and I actually have a couple more. I only have one more of them over here at my house right now, but there's two more over at my dad's house, and one of them has an optical drive. That one is a 8500 it's like I think it's 8500 slash 80 or something like that. Um that that one's over there. I have a 8100 slash 80 sitting right on the floor over there, but its hard drive's dead. It sounds like it's got crashed heads on it because you can hear it spin and try to move the heads, but it doesn't sound like the heads are moving. I haven't opened it up to see. I'm assuming it's crashed heads, and I have no hard drive repair experience, so I doubt I can fix it. I'd like to find another one of those old SCSI hard drives to fix that and get it working. I believe all this Apple stuff SCSI. I am not a Apple expert at all. I really don't know much about them. I never really worked on them until now. So yeah, this is definitely not something you'd normally see on my channel. But I grew up with these computers. I've always wanted to get them all back up and running. I really would like to get them running with the hard drives because my dad was a programmer and he's got some programs that he wrote that are on them. This one has part of one of them, but this this computer at one point in time had two hard drives in it, and it no longer has two hard drives. So a lot of stuff's missing off of here. You'll have like paths that just lead to a missing disk, and yeah, in his one of his programs he wrote is on here, but it doesn't work. So he was either a working copy he was still working on, or something like that. I don't know the details on his program that's on here, but I tried to open it and it just said syntax error. Um, but it's all written in Microsoft Fox Pro is what he programmed all of that stuff, and I think there's some True Basic in there too. But yeah, spoiler, it was having floppy drive issues, hence there's two taken apart floppy drives. But what gets into making this a holiday special is one of the two. I only have two floppy disks. I have two. One doesn't work. It was jammed in a floppy drive. I have some other old stuff that's got floppy drives. This one was like jammed in there. It's bent and it's got like a dent in the actual magnetic strip on here. So this one doesn't work, but I've been using it to just test, just to get it to open and close, right? But this one is, yeah, I'm holding it upside down. There we go. Christmas Christmas special here. We have Christmas music MIDI files. So I'm sure this is gonna sound terrible, but I'm gonna play you guys some Christmas music. So yeah, this one has an issue with the video card where gray is turning out purple. Haven't looked into it at all to see what's causing the issue. I have no clue what's causing that, but I really haven't looked. This one doesn't have a lot of electrolytic capacitors, so I doubt it's going to be like a capacitor issue. And it's not the monitor. So I have plugged this monitor into the 8100, and the 8100, although the hard drive's no good on it, it'll come to this screen. It won't boot. It won't come to the Mac OS screen, but it'll come to the little computer and I'll have the little floppy disk with the question mark. Um, that one uh, is gray. It's the correct color. It's not this purple color with this same monitor. So it's not the monitor that's the issue here. I thought it was a monitor issue, but then I tried the other computer and realized it's not. So that's really that. So I'm gonna let this boot up. I'm not gonna make y'all wait the like 5 to 10 minutes it takes to boot up. Okay, well, hopefully it doesn't give anybody a seizure with the refresh rate. I tried my best to set this Sony camera up, but I don't know. I know nothing about cameras, so uh, I got it as good as I could. At first, it was really painful to watch, but eh, I'm sure I'll figure it out some more here in the future. Have less lines going through it. I mean, this screen looks great in person. It's not all pixelated like it's kind of picking it up on the camera pixelated here, but it looks real good in person. So let's go ahead and just start with the Christmas portion of this video. Let's put this floppy drive in here, a floppy disk in the drive, and see if it works. Hey, it looks like it's working. All right. Yep. All right. We'll go ahead and get to it. There we go. Open it up. And we're just going to go ahead and pull it off the floppy drive onto the computer here. I don't know which one I want to play for you. Let's go with Frosty the Snowman and D. So, oops. Drag and drop. We're just going to bring it over here onto the desktop. Alright. Look at how lightning fast this is. Alright. We're going to get into here. Okay, so we're going to open up QuickTime because I know this will play just open the movie player. It's going to have to convert it if I remember right. It's been a really long time since I've used anything QuickTime, but I do remember being able to play MIDI files with QuickTime on OS 9. This is OS 8.5 on here. Okay, yeah, it's open. Let's open up. We'll just go to the desktop here. And yet we have to convert it. Save. Alright, now this is going to be painful, guys. This is going to sound terrible. I already know it. Let's go ahead and just turn down the volume a bit. There you go. Yeah. All in its 90s glory there. And you have to remember, somebody paid money for this floppy disk. So there you go. There's you some absolute Christmas glory for you. This is my first Christmas special, even though I've been doing the channel for almost 2 years now. So yeah, I think this is the second Christmas since I've been doing the channel. It's definitely the second. This may be the third Christmas, but this is my first Christmas special, and y'all heard it here. It came straight off of a floppy disk. So yeah, these are the only two floppy disks I own. I'm gonna have to find some more to do some other stuff. I need to get a USB to floppy so that way I can get some stuff off the internet onto my Windows computer and put them on floppies to get them onto here. But yeah, this it works, and I'm super happy about it. I mean, yeah, and we're even using, old original keyboards here. Sorry for the crotch shot, but yeah, I mean this is all original here. Now, I do need to work on. I think I need a new cable here, so I gotta sometimes kind of give it a little jiggle there to work. But I mean, yeah, who can complain? It's free for all of us here to enjoy on the channel. So yeah, there we go. It's working. We have some other old stuff here. Let's go take a look. Some more Christmas related stuff too for this Christmas special here. So my mom was a doctor, so most of this is just like doctor crap. like final notices for people being delinquent on their medical bills for like $42. Obviously, like HIPAA, I can't show you any of that stuff. That just wouldn't be right. But uh, most of this is I'm gonna go ahead and just destroy most of these documents here soon. I just got to go through and figure out what stuff to keep and what stuff that needs to be deleted. So yeah, I have Microsoft Word that is actually licensed to my family here. So yeah, no, this isn't pirated. This is somebody actually paid for it. But yeah, this one document here is Christmas related. That's why we're loading it up here. Um, it is probably from 1997 or 98. But this is from way back when we lived in Panama City. I don't know what address that is. I think that's my mom's doctor's office. Uh, but this is for the he is buying the Nintendo Ultra 64. I think that's I don't think it was actually called the Ultra, but it's our Nintendo 64, and he bought it for $30, 50% of the price. I'm assuming he was going to ship the other $30 once the items received. I don't know, but yeah, it's this was our Christmas present back when we were a kid, and he bought it from Bob up in New Jersey. I don't really know who Bob is, but yeah, this was us getting our Christmas present as a child on here. I thought that was pretty neat to find that. I was going through this the other day to figure out what all was on here. Let's see if there's a date. I don't think there is, but yeah, I wonder if Bob still has this PO address. And this is no longer. I'm almost positive this is my mom's old doctor's office. This is no longer a doctor's office either. I think the building's still there. I don't think it got destroyed in Hurricane Michael. But definitely not a doctor's office anymore. It was a bar before my mom turned it into a doctor's office. But yeah, and then it doesn't work, so there's no point in really showing much of it. Maybe we can get it. If there's any Fox Pro experts, maybe we can get into some of the weeds and see if we can make it work. But this was my dad's MacroMed software, and it was a like medical billing software that he wrote for my mom's office, and it's actually how we got most of these computers. Was once he wrote this and put it out, Apple sponsored him to do more of it and make more of it, and they sent a bunch of computers. So we had like six of these. We had a lot of them growing up. And he had started working on it a long time ago. But yeah, you can see the date modified on these. So that's kind of all there is to go into on this computer. I mean, it works. This monitor is a funky color. If anybody knows what's going on with this color issue, you just comment down below. Let me know. But yeah, a little Christmas special for you guys. Okay, well, I hope you guys liked my little Christmas special here. I know there's not a ton to the video. I was hoping to show more, but really what I repaired were the two floppy drives, but I didn't really know what was going on with them. They turned out to be really easy fixes. I just took the little shell off of it and oiled all these parts and got them where they push in. This one has an automatic eject. This one does not. This is the one that's originally from the computer, but I left the one that came out of the 8100 in there because that one has auto eject. So if I tell it to eject, it'll just kick it out. This one, you have to push the little button on it to get it out, and the button's in the wrong location, so this one's clearly not the original one to that computer, or the auto eject's broken on here. One of the two. Which it's quite possible that it's just a broken auto eject. The motor may be seized up because I believe that's what this motor is here. I really don't know anything about the anatomy of a floppy drive. I've never worked on them before this video. So yeah, that this one, it's it'll go into the broken 8100 until I can get around to fixing that computer. So and then my next video I'll be doing that's about these. It's not going to be the next video because I haven't ordered the components yet, but I do have a second one of these monitors that I need to get working, and uh, I'm sure the camera's not capturing it, but this capacitor here has leaked all over the board, causing corrosion, and that capacitor there has leaked all over it and made it not work. So this one's not working. It turns on, but there's just no image. I tried powering it up before I knew that anything was wrong with it. It didn't make an image, and you could hear the electrolyte sizzling, so I turned it off immediately. It also needs a new one of these switches, really common. This is the ME5 Alpha. So Mike Echo 5 Alpha. Um, switch. They're really common in the Commodores. I found that out on the internet. I didn't know this. I was just looking up to find a new one. Really common in the Commodores and some other Apple products of the time. But there's a little switch in there to turn it on and off. Well, not a switch, but a like trap door to like hold it locked once it's down, and then it unlocks once you push it. And that little trap door breaks on it, or latch. It breaks. So this one, yeah, you'd have to like do like that. But I'm just gonna hardwire it into the always on position because as you can see when you shut down, if you plug it in, this way, so there's a power cable that comes out the back for your monitor, and when you shut it down, it cuts power to the monitor. So there's no need to have a switch on it. I just don't need it switched, so I'll just wire it to permanently on and not even bother with the switch. So that way, it it'll do its thing when you shut down the computer, it'll shut down the monitor, and it won't even have to deal with pressing a switch. Other thing, just kind of dealing with on these is this plastic has become extremely brittle with its age. So like taking things out like the floppy drive is turning into a real pain because it's all screwless design. I mean, God, what took the PC industry so long to get with screwless designs? Like, I remember in 2008 still having to screw in my floppy drive, CD drive. I wasn't using a floppy drive, but the optical drives and all hard drives had to screw them in. This thing, screwless design, everything just pops right in there. It's a wonder. It's a wonder why it took everyone else so long. Apple used to innovate. They used to innovate. Today, not so much. I hate them as a company today, but I really like their old vintage stuff. That's my opinion. You know, Apple can go fuck themselves. But I do like their old stuff. So yeah, not if you're new to the channel, it's not a family friendly channel. I do swear that you will be seeing more of these computers. Once I get another floppy drive and can start putting some stuff on here, may play with some True Basic. I'm going to try to figure out a way to directly capture the video, but I don't think there is. I don't think there's a good way to directly capture these old Apple products. You have two outputs. You have this guy right here, and you have this one here. I think this is like DB15, and I forgot what this one's called. It starts with an H. It's not HDMI. um, but yeah, these things are. Oh god, this. So I can't find any monitors that actually support this connector. It sounds like it was not common, and that if you bought one of these, you almost always had to buy one of these too. That there was one monitor that had like speakers integrated into it, and it would use this connector, and then all the other monitors that Apple sold at the time used this guy. I don't know. That's what I could find from my research. on it. The 8100 actually has a video card in it that supports this. I believe. Again, I believe it was called DB15, but I'm not. I'm new to vintage computers, but I'm not afraid to show my face messing with them. I'm not going to talk about it like I'm an expert because I'm not. I'm more of an expert in instrument cluster repair. But I really like these vintage computers, and I want to get all of the ones I have working. If you have components for them, if you have like these old SCSI hard drives, or floppy disks that you just want to get rid of, I'm more than happy to pay shipping on them. I don't want whole computers though. I just don't have room for them. Like I mean, I would love to have them. I don't have room for them. I don't even have room for all of the ones my dad has, and I have to take them all. Um, so yeah, but yeah, SCSI hard drives, I would definitely be interested. And if you're just gonna throw them out, if you're not gonna, I'm not e-begging here. So like, please, if it's something you would ever use again, just keep it. But if it's something you like, that's in the back of my closet and I want to throw it away, I'm more than happy to pay for the shipping on it. But yeah, SCSI, I want one of those weird connectors for the Ethernet adapter for it because I do want to get one of these on the internet. Yeah, because I mean this one has Internet Explorer on it, um, and so I'm sure there's a ton of challenges that go into getting Mac OS 8.5 on the internet, and I will once I get one of these on the internet because OS 7 was supported on these too, if I'm not mistaken, and there are copies of OS 7 on the internet that I can download. So I'll see how far back I can go and keep getting it on the internet. I think that'd be a fun challenge to just get old things on the internet. This has been really fun for me. It's just going down memory lane. I also have uh, this Power PC laptop that it does actually function. The battery is super corroded, so I just took it out. It'll function without the battery. This one's a PowerBook 5300. It works, but the screen is just too dim for me to capture with the camera. There's something wrong with the backlight circuit. It does have backlight, but not much at all. It's super, super dim. It has a PowerPoint from elementary school that I did on Nathan Hale. So it has some old homework of mine on it. And it also has some games that I used to play all the time on here, like Hemorrhoids, um, which was a you're like a little spaceship shooting at asteroids, but they're hemispherical asteroids. Hemorrhoids was what they called them in the game. And then there was Patriot Defense, which was just missile defense. It was a ripoff of missile defense. Called it Patriot Defense. Um, both I played a lot, and they're both on here. So I'd like to fix the screen so that way I can show you guys some of my favorite games from when I was a kid. I definitely played those both a lot. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel.